Back in the day, Sarfaraz Ahmed was just a young dude grinding hard in the streets of Karachi. No fancy setups, no rich kid vibes, just raw hustle. While other kids were chilling and wasting time, Sarfaraz was out there sweating under the blazing sun, chasing cricket dreams like it was the NBA Finals. Folks around him used to say, "Yo, this kid got that dog in him." And honestly, they weren't wrong. Growing up in Pakistan ain't exactly easy when you want to make it big in sports. Competition is crazy, and thousands of players are trying to secure the same spot. But Sarfaraz kept his head down and stayed locked in. He worked on his wicket-keeping skills non-stop, diving around dusty grounds like a man possessed. His coaches quickly noticed he had insane reflexes and leadership energy, even at a young age. What made him stand out was his confidence. Dude wasn't scared of anybody. Whether he was talking to senior players or facing pressure situations, he carried himself like a future captain. That swagger became part of his identity later on. His family supported him heavy too. They knew he wasn't just playing around. Cricket was his life mission. Every early morning practice session and every late-night workout slowly built the foundation of a future legend. Little did the world know, this Karachi kid would eventually lead Pakistan to one of its biggest cricket victories ever. And trust me, that story gets absolutely wild. In 2006, ICC Under-19 Cricket World Cup became Sarfaraz Ahmed's coming-out party. This was the moment where people started saying, "Hold up, this dude might really be him." Pakistan's Under-19 squad was stacked with talent, but Sarfaraz stood out because of his energy and leadership. He wasn't just another player. He was the heartbeat of the squad. Throughout the tournament, Sarfaraz played with insane passion. Every catch behind the stumps looked smooth, and every run he scored came with grit. The dude was chirping instructions non-stop, hyping his teammates up like a motivational speaker mixed with a football coach. American fans would call that bringing the juice. Then came the final against India. And oh boy, the pressure was massive. Pakistan versus India is never just a game. It's basically a whole movie. Millions of fans were watching, emotions running high, everybody talking trash online and offline. But Sarfaraz stayed ice cold. Pakistan ended up winning the trophy, and Sarfaraz lifted it as captain. That moment instantly turned him into a national star. Fans started believing Pakistan had found its future leader. Social media wasn't huge back then, but if it was, dude would have gone viral for weeks. Winning that Under-19 World Cup changed everything for him. Suddenly selectors, coaches, and cricket experts all had their eyes on the Karachi kid. The streets started recognizing him. Interviews started rolling in. And most importantly, Sarfaraz realized he belonged on the big stage. That trophy wasn't just silverware. It was the first chapter of a legendary cricket journey. Making it to Pakistan's national team is no joke. It's straight-up survival mode. For Sarfaraz Ahmed, the journey after the Under-19 World Cup wasn't smooth at all. A lot of people thought success would come easy after winning the youth title, but reality hit different. Pakistan cricket has always been packed with talent. One bad game, and people start acting like you're washed. Sarfaraz had to deal with inconsistent opportunities, criticism, and selectors constantly switching players around. Sometimes he'd get picked, sometimes he'd disappear from the squad completely. That kind of uncertainty can mess with anybody's confidence. But Sarfaraz never folded. Instead of complaining online or blaming others, he stayed grinding in domestic cricket. Dude kept scoring runs and improving his wicket-keeping skills until selectors couldn't ignore him anymore. That mentality is what Americans call betting on yourself. One thing fans loved about him was his fighting spirit. Even when things looked rough, he played with heart. He wasn't the flashiest player or the most naturally gifted athlete, but his work ethic was elite. Every time he stepped onto the field, he looked hungry to prove doubters wrong. Slowly, he earned respect inside the dressing room too. Senior players noticed his passion and leadership qualities. Coaches trusted his cricket brain because he understood game situations really well. The grind taught Sarfaraz patience. It shaped him into a tougher player mentally. Those struggles later helped him handle pressure as captain because he knew exactly what it felt like to fight for a spot. And trust me, his biggest moment was still loading. When Sarfaraz Ahmed became Pakistan captain, Reactions were all over the place. Some fans were hyped, while others were like, for real? Him. But Sarfaraz didn't care about the noise. Dude stayed focused on changing Pakistan cricket's mentality. Pakistan cricket, before his captaincy, was super inconsistent. One day, they looked unstoppable. The next day, they played like they forgot the rules. Fans were frustrated. The team needed energy, unity, and someone who could connect with players emotionally. Sarfaraz brought exactly that. His leadership style felt different. He wasn't trying to act like some robotic boss. He was loud, emotional, funny, and real. You'd constantly hear him motivating bowlers, yelling field instructions, and keeping everybody locked in. That passion became contagious. Teammates respected him because he understood struggle. He wasn't some superstar handed success on a silver platter. He earned every inch through hard work. That made younger players trust him more. Under Sarfaraz, Pakistan started playing fearless cricket. The squad became tighter like a family. Players looked more confident and aggressive on the field. Even international teams noticed the vibe shift. American sports fans would compare him to one of those underdog coaches who inspires everybody through heart and hustle instead of flashy speeches. He knew how to bring out the best in people. Still, critics kept doubting him. Media pressure in Pakistan is brutal. Every loss becomes a national debate. But Sarfaraz handled it better than most people expected. Then came 2017, the year that changed his life forever and turned him into an icon across Pakistan. The ICC Champions Trophy run by Pakistan under Sarfaraz Ahmed was straight-up cinema. Nobody expected Pakistan to win that tournament. Like seriously, analysts and fans were counting them out before it even started. After getting smashed by India in the first match, people thought Pakistan was cooked. But Sarfaraz kept believing. Instead of panicking, he rallied the squad together. He told his players to forget the hate and focus on fighting back. Slowly, Pakistan started building momentum. Every game felt like an underdog movie. Bowlers were cooking, batters were stepping up, and the team chemistry looked elite. Then came the final against India at the Oval. The pressure was unreal. Pakistan versus India in a major final is basically the biggest cricket showdown possible. Millions were glued to their screens worldwide, and Pakistan absolutely balled out. From Fakhar Zaman's legendary century to the bowlers destroying India's batting lineup, everything clicked perfectly. Sarfaraz's captaincy was fearless the whole game. He made bold decisions and backed his players with confidence. When Pakistan finally won the trophy, the celebrations went insane. Streets across Pakistan exploded with happiness. Fireworks everywhere. People dancing on roads. Fans crying tears of joy. It felt bigger than sports. Sarfaraz lifting that Champions Trophy became one of the most iconic moments in Pakistan cricket history. Overnight, the same people who doubted him started calling him a legend. That victory wasn't just about cricket. It gave people hope, pride, and belief. And for Sarfaraz, it cemented his legacy forever. One reason fans connected so deeply with Sarfaraz Ahmed was because he never acted fake. Dude stayed authentic no matter how famous he became. In a world where athletes sometimes sound robotic in interviews, Sarfaraz kept it real. His street-style personality made him relatable. He'd joke around with teammates, get emotional during games, and sometimes even roast players on the field in classic Karachi style. Fans loved that energy because it felt natural, not scripted. American audiences would probably describe him as a blue-collar athlete. He represented hard-working, everyday people. No superstar ego. No Hollywood-style image management. Just pure passion and hustle. Even his body language showed emotion. When Pakistan took wickets, Sarfaraz celebrated like he won the lottery. When the team struggled, you could literally see the stress on his face. He wore his heart on his sleeve. Sometimes critics mocked his fitness or appearance, especially online. But honestly, Sarfaraz answered most criticism with performances instead of arguments. That's why supporters respected him heavily. His stump mic moments also became legendary. Fans would constantly share clips of him motivating bowlers or saying funny things during matches. Those moments turned him into a social media favorite. What made him special wasn't flashy stats alone. It was the vibe he brought to Pakistan cricket. He made the team feel human and connected to fans emotionally. In sports, talent matters, but personality matters too. Sarfaraz became beloved because people saw themselves in him. Hardworking, emotional, imperfect, but never quitting. That connection between him and the fans still remains strong today. Sports can switch up on you real fast. 1 minute you're the hero, next minute everybody's acting like you're finished. Sarfaraz Ahmed learned that the hard way after the highs of the Champions Trophy. Pakistan's performances started becoming inconsistent again, and critics immediately targeted Sarfaraz. Media shows went crazy with debates about his captaincy, batting form, and fitness. Social media trolls were going wild too. That pressure can seriously drain a player mentally. The 2019 Cricket World Cup became especially tough. Pakistan had some decent moments, but they failed to fully deliver. Fans expected magic after the 2017 success, and disappointment hit hard. Sarfaraz also faced personal humiliation online. Memes spread everywhere, and people mocked his appearance and behavior. In today's internet culture, athletes deal with nonstop criticism 24/7. One bad moment can become viral in seconds. Eventually, Pakistan removed him as captain. Losing leadership hurt deeply because cricket wasn't just a job for him. It was his identity. For many players, that kind of setback can completely break confidence. But Sarfaraz didn't disappear. Instead of quitting, he kept grinding in domestic cricket again, just like the old days. He worked hard, stayed patient, and waited for another chance. That resilience showed his true character. A lot of fans actually respected him more after seeing how he handled adversity. Anybody can smile during victories. Real toughness shows when life punches you in the face. And Sarfaraz? Dude kept fighting. That comeback mentality became another important chapter in his story. Today, Sarfaraz Ahmed remains one of the most unforgettable captains in Pakistan cricket history. His journey feels like a full sports documentary. Struggles, victories, criticism, redemption. Everything packed into one wild career. People will always remember him for the 2017 Champions Trophy win. That moment alone made him immortal in Pakistan cricket culture. Whenever fans talk about legendary underdog stories, Sarfaraz's name automatically enters the conversation. But his legacy goes deeper than trophies. He proved that you don't need perfect looks, crazy hype, or superstar privilege to succeed. Sometimes heart, grit, and belief can take you all the way to the top. That message inspires young cricketers across Pakistan, even today. Future players can learn a lot from his career. Stay humble, keep grinding, ignore the noise, and never stop believing in yourself, even when critics doubt you. Sarfaraz lived those lessons every single day. Fans also respect how emotionally connected he stayed with Pakistan. Every win meant something to him. Every loss hurt him. He played with genuine passion, and supporters could feel that authenticity. In many ways, he represented the average hardworking Pakistani chasing impossible dreams. That's why his story hits differently. Even after ups and downs, Sarfaraz's name still carries weight in cricket circles worldwide. Younger generations will grow up watching highlights of his leadership moments and iconic celebrations. From the dusty streets of Karachi to lifting a major ICC trophy, his journey was straight up inspirational. And honestly, that's the kind of legacy that never really fades away.